The Japan U20 World Cup doesn't seem too far away now. This is one of the most hyped up events yet to happen in the Blue Lock series. Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be building the best 11 for the Japan U20 World Cup, using recent performances to form our team. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. The formation I'll be going with is not the traditional formation you'd see in an ego team, but I think it'll maximize Japan's offensive output and combinations within the team. Instead of playing with the standard 4-3-3 formation, I'll be going with the 4-4-2 diamond formation, with one CDM and one cam, and a left and right midfielder. Now let's start off with the goalkeeper, and this one is a no-brainer. Kagamaru or Kagagoat is the only player in contention for this position. Saving top corner shots from players like Rin is no easy feat. The Bayern Munich goalkeeper is the best Japan's under-20 team has to offer. Even with Fukaku Gen lurking around the corner, I would take Kagamaru even if he's injured before I consider Fukaku. Shido might have just gotten the better of him in the recent game, but his comeback is about to be crazy. Moving on to the left centre back, we've got Oliver Aiku. This one should also be a pretty obvious one, as he's the best defender in the Blue Lock facility, making him the best defender in Japan under 20, having been the driving force in one of the best defenses under 20, and leading the Iron Wall quartet in order to stop players such as Ren and Isagi in the U20 game. And now playing under the master strategist and brilliant tactician Mark Snuffy, he's taken his talents to a whole new level. He's now able to use metavision on command, analyzing players and knowing how to make the best decisions on the plays he has in mind. As he called out Isagi's lefty direct shot, while Isagi was trying to bait him out. Definitely the best defender Japan has to offer. Moving on to the right centre back position, I have Nico. This was a highly contested position against Ryu, but I have to give it to the youngest player in Blue Lock. He already unlocked his own form of metavision and is one of the pillars in that Uber's defense. With his skills as the watchtower, it provides an interesting dynamic with the rest of the defense, and his pairing up with Aiku is one that can't be changed. Nico is able to read attack patterns and anticipate which player could be the target for the next attack. Learning from Isagi, I'm sure his metavision can improve to a whole new level, almost similar to Hiyori, and that will be a dangerous sight for opponents. Now taking a look at the left back position, we have Chigiri Hyoma, the speed demon himself, running down the touchline to assist in both offense and defense. Originally I wanted to have him at the left wing, but left back still makes sense. It's a pretty obvious choice, as he is a player that you most likely want to see playing down the line, where his sprint can be utilized the most. After his training with Chris Prince, he was able to increase his speed and develop his 44 Panther Snipe, a really hard move to counter, and carrying Manshine when they are at their worst. Even though they are still losing, he's still the standout player at that team. Being a pure speedster similar to Loki, he'll be necessary when playing against fast attacking teams. Then the right back position goes to Hiyori. This was one of the toughest ones to call, seeing as though Corona also has a case to be in that position, but Hiyori just slightly gets in ahead of him. Being a player that only recently activated metavision but was able to anticipate what Isagi wanted is already speaking volumes of his ability. His potential far surpasses Corona and majority of the Blue Lock players. His defensive capabilities are also quite high, as he's able to read the game and anticipate the best route to goal, stopping Rin's shot in one of the recent chapters. While going forward, he's one of the best passers and creative players Japan has to offer. Now moving into the midfield, we have the midfield general, Karasu. In a team with a really high attacking output, we need a player who's able to dictate play and control the defense, and Karasu is that guy. With any team, there needs to be a captain who can lead the team, and in this team I would give it to Karasu. He seems like the most natural person to have the armband. Karasu's reading of the game is really good, making interception after interception because he has a sense of where the ball is going. His link-up play is also really good and he knows how to find the right person, becoming a great asset for this team. At the right mid position, I have Bachira. And as I said about needing a leader in Karasu, a team also needs a creative passer, and for this team that's Bachira, one of the best 1v1 players in Blue Lock and the monster of Blue Lock. Bachira is able to create a chemical reaction with anyone, as he did with both Nagi and Isagi in the second selection, using his beautiful passes to carve openings in the opponent's defense. These passes are what's going to be needed to create goals for our two strikers up front. His B shot is also an example of him combining with other players to create a one-touch shot, breaking through defenses with his many different options. Now moving on to one of the most crucial players playing in the left mid position, Itoshi Rin. Now I know you're wondering why Rin isn't up front as one of the strikers. This is because of his all-around playstyle. As someone like Rin, he can play anywhere in the midfield or the attack and still be the best player on the field. With his berserker eye and top corner finish, he makes for a scary player for the opposition. Rin's insane abilities and shooting ability is the major reason why he should be in this lineup, as Rin is able to score and create regardless of where he plays on the field. Seeing a link up with his rival Isagi will be a sight to behold. As the next player in the center attacking position is Isagi. Besides being a striker, I believe this is the best position for our main player. Even though the story is shaping him out to be a striker, he's yet to play up front in an actual match. But the potential he has is out of this world, both defensively and offensively, as he has one of the highest offensive stats in the Neo-Egoist League and has beaten the #1 striker under 20, Kaiser, by scoring more goals than him in the match against Ubers. His meta vision is one of the most OP abilities in the entire series, and he also has his direct shot with both his right and his left for scoring goals, even though his left isn't as good as his right. Isagi's reading of the field is why this position suits him best, as he is also able to sense the best place to score a goal and position himself there, using his off-the-ball movement. Or he can create for the two strikers up front. Whether or not they'll accept that is up to them. As the first striker is the king himself, Baro Shoei, the man leading the line for Italy's Ubers. This man has absolutely no reason to be left out of this team, as the second highest scoring player in the Neo-Egoist League at the time of this recording, scoring a hat-trick against Barca in his first match of playing, earning himself a 100 million salary bid. He is one of the best strikers in the Neo-Egoist League. After unlocking Predator Eye and increasing his shooting range in the game against Bastard Munich, scoring an incredible goal, it took both Isagi and Kaiser to stop him from scoring a third and ending the game. A certified lethal striker in the box, with an ego like no other and an offensive output comparable to Rin and Isagi, using chop feints and lightning dribble to get to the goal. The striker that Japan needs. The second striker we have is the demon himself, Shiro Ryusei. This man destroys defenses and humiliates keepers, with one of his most recent goals in the Neo-Egoist League being a diving header, the first we've seen in the Neo-Egoist League. Shiro has a sense for goal like no other. Even with his back to goal, he flows on instinct. He is the most pure striker in the facility, and right now he's showing his worth. From bicycle kicks to volleys, Shiro can score any type of goal imaginable, and from any situation. Whenever in doubt, cross it into his path and he can make something happen. So this is how the lineup looks like, but for those who are wondering, this is how my team would look if I added Itoshi Sai into it. You can see that there's a few changes, but that's due to tactical reasons. But give me your thoughts for my formation and player choices, and maybe what you'd do differently in the comments below. Also make sure to check out the Discord channel on the link below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.